Hey guys, this is Sarah and today I'm doing a book review. Today's book review is for Everything Leads to You by LaCour, and I'm super excited because I love this book, so I kind of dressed up, inspired by the cover. I'm wearing pink, even though I don't like pink. I have my hair in a bun, even though it's not a top bun because top buns look horrible on me. But either way, I'm so excited to talk about this book to you guys. I've noticed recently that in my reviews I forget to give a synopsis about the book, and no one's complained and no one's said it bothers them, but I know a lot of people do it and it looks like a good idea, so I'm going to start doing that. So I'm going to do it now. This book is about a girl named Emmy who just graduated high school, and she is an intern at a studio where her brother works as a set designer. So she's interning to be a set designer, and she is creating this specific room for this movie, and in a yard sale with her best friend and her boss, she stumbles across this record. And in this record, surprisingly, is a letter to someone, which ensues this whole mystery about finding this person and give it to him and all this kind of stuff, and you meet a bunch of new people and they go on an adventure, and it's so good. I know it's a really crappy synopsis, but I can't tell you anymore without spoiling it. So, on to the review. I gave the plot of this book 5 out of 5 stars. It is mind-blowingly, amazingly, beautifully done. It is a huge combination. It's not just one linear plot line. It is a romance, a mystery, a movie set, and the behind the scenes of making a movie. It's a friendship. It's like family interactions, family relationships, all like mixed together with awesome self-discovery and character growth that is like through the roof. It is just so good. I gave the writing style 4 out of 5 stars. I find it very simple, very sweet, a little bit elegant, sort of in a way. It's kind of hard to explain. I thought it was wistful. I don't know where that word pops into my head, but it just gives you that feeling when you read it. You're just, and it's really hard to explain. It has so many great descriptions because you're going everywhere in LA, and it's just like great descriptions, insane great descriptions with really good pacing. And because you sort of have a mystery aspect, the reveals of this mystery are like placed so good within the story, and it's just, I give the characters 5 out of 5 stars. Every single member of this book is amazing and complex and new and has their own specific part to play in the story. They're all so genuine and so, it's raw and real. It was insane. Our main character, Emmy, she's curious and artistic and, again, very wistful, but also at the same time she's very vulnerable at this point in her life where she is, and she's trying to find herself and figure out her life, and it's so, 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 so good, you guys. So good. One thing that I want to point out in this book that I found very important is that our main character identifies as a lesbian. Her romantic interests are of the girl variety, and it was so, so good. The romance, you guys, it's good. It makes me happy. And one of my favorite parts about this book that is non-spoilery but very important to me is that this LGBT aspect is taken as matter of fact. There's no self-discovery of your gender. There's no like coming out. All the characters, especially our main character, already know, are already accepted. It's just who they are. I definitely did not think I'd enjoy this book this much as I did when I started reading it, but I am absolutely, completely, and totally 100% in love with it. It is amazing. Like I said before, there's no actual plot. It's just various combinations of different things. First and foremost, Emmy and her career goals, her set designing and that sort of thing. She gets a new job to design for a movie, and so that part is really cool, sort of like a behind the scenes on how movies are created. Then we have Clyde Jones and the Mystery of His Daughter, which introduces us to Ava. This famous movie star had an illegitimate child and never got to be with him, so he left her this letter, but then you find out that the daughter is now dead, so you kind of find the daughter of the daughter, and it's just insane, this whole family dynamic, and this poor girl who is just found, who had no idea of any of this about her entire family, and these complete strangers are letting her know all these facts about her life that she had no idea existed. Then the friendships, not only between Emmy and her best friend Charlotte, which I love, love, love their friendship. It's so solid and so genuine. Also, you have Ava and Jamal's friendship, which is amazing. And then sort of like the group of four and how close they become. And again, also families. Ava with her mom and her brother, Jamal, who has no family, Charlotte with her parents, Emmy with her parents, and her brother Toby, who feels like a part of the book even though he's there for like 5-10 pages, and you can still feel his energy because it's all together, and it's just all intertwined and all so complex, how all these little pieces fit together and how they all sort of go into this end goal. And it's so beautiful, you guys. It's amazing how such strange, complex, new people from all different walks of life merge together in such strange aspects and such strange circumstances, and it's just beautifully, beautifully written. It's definitely the most captivating thing about this book. Besides the characters, besides the romance, besides the writing styles, the plot itself and how intricate and detail-oriented it is so gorgeous. I mentioned all the characters feel so incredibly real and honest and raw because it's true. All these people have such real backgrounds. I feel like contemporaries sometimes put things too easy or make things extra hard because you're in a book. But this one is just, the struggles are real, the mystery is real, the friendships are real, the families are real. It's so good. Emmy is such a great narrator. I feel like she's honest to the point where you can feel how the other people are without like her view of them objecting, but at the same time understanding how she sees them as people in relation to her. So you get both sides with her voice, and I found that to be so interesting because usually from a character only their perception is what you get from the characters around them, but she's very unjudgmental, she's very true, honest, and I love her. I feel like her artistry is such an interesting part of her. Like, she wants to be a set designer. Like, usually that's not something that's like an easy dream or a common dream. And it was so like good and interesting aspect of her character. Her way of seeing the world is so eccentric because of this career girl that she has. So everything she sees is sort of like through a viewer at a movie lens. She sees everything like how they would show it at the movies. This would be more polished, this would be more fixed, this would look like this. And it's interesting how her view of the world changes and develops as she falls in love, pretty much, in the book. And I loved it. Oh my god, I loved it. Speaking of falling in love, the person she falls in love with is Ava. And Ava was a very intriguing character because you meet her at a time where her life is a little bit upside down. She's living in a group home. She ran away from home. She doesn't talk to her mom. She can't see her little brother. And then these people, strangers, these complete girls who are total strangers, throw this mystery in her lap and tell her that her grandfather is some famous actor and that her mom died of an overdose or of accidental overdose or something of the sort. And so it sort of feels like we're not seeing all of what she can be because we're seeing how she is under stress, under pressure, under vulnerability. But it made me like her more to see her how polite she was, how polished she was, even when all the things around her were like imploding or flipping upside down. And it's so good, you guys, read it. It's so good. Again, very quickly, I want to mention the lesbian aspect. I picked this book purposely because of that. I know I was going to read a lot of romance. I knew I was going to read a lot of straight romance, and I wanted to throw myself a tiny curveball, not that much, but a tiny one, to give me a different perspective on romance and contemporary romance in general. And I love, love, love how Nina LaCour took this aspect. It was just it. It was just it. It wasn't even a huge plot point. It was just what it was. It was matter of fact. The main character is a lesbian. So she falls in love with a girl. That's just it. There was no huge pompous, there was no like huge extra things. It just was. So as you can tell, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I'm completely and totally in love with it. At some point in the near future, I'm going to buy it and reread it because it's just that good. Please give it a shot. Put it on your TBR and let me know your thoughts on it once you finish reading it. Let me know your thoughts on my review. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!